Shikari. Oh, Moody. Yeah, would say that, but for sure. Indeed, what he would say. QFX. I'm just going over the stuff that I need to get done, how I'm going to do it. Third best bit. Oh, man. We kind of came back last night, so yeah, we had a rough night. Sunday night was rough. That was, we lost 5 in a row, and every team was better than the one before. We ended up going against a literally 2K ranked player. That was the last game, and there's no matchmaking. He was 2K at the time. Like, that was his rating, is 2K. And I have never, he was a warrior. I have never been dismantled as easily as he did. I probably could have played better, but it was something else. So dropped down to 1708. I think we're at 1755 or something. And we might be back up around there right now. I'm going to actually check PvP myself because obviously I have nothing else better to do. This might not be accurate. I don't know. Check PvP. Krien. Krien. What am I at? Says I'm 17. It says season I'm 17. No, I'm at 1733 right now. I think I'm higher than that. We played very well last night. I wonder if maybe that's all I am. Wait a second. This season we made it up to 1785. It says we're at 1757. This isn't updated. Whatever. No. No. He was like, I don't remember. I think he was like a human. I'm telling you, like, I don't know what they're saying, but words aren't bad. Hey, Hammy. Like, if you play them right, and I don't know if it's like normal. Hey, we beat, last game of the night, we beat a team, both of them were multi-glads. Both of them. It was a Disc Priest and I think a Sub-Rogue. I don't think it was Outlaw. Anyway, Zerx and I were, last night we had it. All right. It was a good night last night, I tell you. Played well. I think I'm higher than 1733 right now. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. We're back and forth between like 1760 and essentially 1708 is about as low. We dropped down below 17, I think, maybe once for briefly for like a game. It's not that big of a deal. What? Shit. I can't tell what colors is what. Yeah, but I mean, there's so many gap closers, and if you're playing with a monk, they have Tiger's Lust, which essentially makes you immune to snares, and I mean, it messes me up so much. I don't remember what we were playing against though. If like I remember it being, because this was on Sunday. Congratulations, Hammy. Good job. Very good. Very pleased. Good job. That's good to hear. Oh, baby. Place 2 of those. Yes, I did. It would make sense, man. I need to get on my warrior and see exactly what they have. But yeah, I mean, they can be solid. And they deal a lot of damage too. And the Mortal Strike really hurts. So my client wants, this is still too sunken in. So I'll have to bring it up some. So with the darks, I'm just gonna brush it in to thin it out a little bit. And in the darker midtones right here. And then I'll just go and repaint just a little bit around there. So I'm trying to keep it very thin. Just like QFX likes his women, like ultra thin. His mom doesn't approve, but that's okay. He's his own man. So arms it. Yeah. The one that we fought was arms. Yeah. I mean, I've been up against both. Here's the thing, like, Fury is in a good place right now, but arms is, in my opinion, most of the time it's always in a good place. It's just now you can, most of the time Fury isn't in a good place in PvP. So like you're seeing more of them now, but arms is still very, very solid. There we go. Okay. I might oil the whole thing out. Damn right. Yeah. I probably like him skinny too. Let's get this going, man. Start figure. Realize just how much out of practice you are. Proportions on the face by verse is so different. I'm kicking myself in the ass for letting it go so long. As you should, but I'm glad you're back with it. But for Cheryl, what's up, man? Oh, Moody. Right? That's what Shakuri said you would say. Right when you came in. Right when I came in. Some people say oiling out may cause yellowing, or maybe that's just if you use linseed oil. It does. You're putting more oil in, and oil will yellow. So that's why I go very, very, very thin, and just in a small area, so that I can work that area up. And I try, like, because I try not to, but I need to. You have to be able to see what you're doing, obviously. Oh. And I probably should have, in fact, I know I should have waited to oil out after I mix these paints, which I'm just going to do this really quick right here. That's all I needed. I just needed to make 1 or 2. That's it. We're good. Now I go into it. But you are correct. You are correct. You don't want to oil out a lot. Like it is easier in the short term, but it it's not long term good, right? All right, so I need to bring this up some. So I'm just gonna actually just gonna really lightly glaze this. Bring it up some squint. Push the chroma. The color, the chroma. Chroma. Crockett, what's up? There's fights last night. I had to miss. Wait, weren't you with us in AV? Do you not know what happened? Effect. So that arms is 50% bunny arena. It's 50 nerf, so it adds up to 25 heal reduction. Fury stacks. Yeah, the mortal strikes of Fury stacks 12 times. 3 50. I don't know, but things are nerfed in arena. Yes. Whatever. Dun, 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 dun. You didn't play. Okay, so what happened was we got DGL the first game, and let's see, Ruthless Bro was with us along with some RR, and so it was a solid game. Everybody played well. DGL played very well. They played a very good game. We end up winning in the end, and then that's when TK got on and said what she said. Did you see what she said in the TFS Discord? She got on and essentially said, great games, but we had a lot of like mean emotes from douches, essentially saying we're being toxic. You know how she does it. And then one of the women, did you see that exchange? I was up at 4 a.m. that day for a medical. Don't know if the arena nerf of the 50% heal reduction nerf was the thing when I played. I don't know if it was either. She got, yeah, because she, she puts this, she does it. She just, I don't know why she needs to always attack. Well, I do know why. She constantly attacks people. And then when people stand up, she gets upset. She gets offended, and then she leaves like she's this victim, and then that fuels her saying, "Oh, and that's like she'll justify dodging because this, and it's a pattern." So yeah, that's what happened. And then Miso dodged us last night in the last game. So yeah, dodging's horrible. Absolutely ruining. Here we go, guys. Yeah, so that's what happened. And I love it. Probably add it with the quicker dampening. It feels good. I will say, arena is my favorite thing to do in any game right now. I know she misspelled it. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, 100%, Coco. And I can't stress this enough. These are adults playing a video game, acting like absolute horrible sports. They're children, and it is insane. So I just brought that cheek up some, just a little bit, and we might bring it up a little bit more depending, but we'll see. Trying to do light strokes, but I don't want to lose the brush stroke with this. I have to keep the brush stroke. You stepped in dog poo. Congratulations. It'll make you stronger. This. Oh. Let's make some green really quick. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah. We do need a. I mean, TK left, but we should keep it out of TFS disc since Thatcher's just trying to chill. So I think I'm gonna help him with that. Just trying to lighten the mood up some this morning. Yeah, it went on for like those matches. QFX would go on. I remember for like 45 minutes sometimes, and then it felt horrible when you lost. So it's like now a long one will go like 10 minutes or something. But then like last night, we actually won one because of dampening, really, because I was going up against a Resto Druid. Granted, dampening was affecting me too. I couldn't heal up. And Zerx got killed by, it was a Holy Paladin, or it was a Ret Paladin Resto Druid. And the Ret had like not much health. So, and he ends up killing Zerx, but then I killed him. And then I dueled the Resto Druid, and I went through, I think, two resets before on the third one I finally got him down. But dampening just got to him after a while. But the trick was surviving, which was lots of lining and displacement using every tool I had. Jamie, I'm going to say what I told you when my kids did that the other day. Don't you dare scrape that on the carpet. A lot of people are friends with her for some reason too. I mean, it's good to be friends with somebody, but she's causing those friends problems when she acts the way she does. She's supposed to be, she wants to lead, but she's going to act that way. You can't expect people just to palate that and say, okay, oh, that's fine. You say whatever you want to, stomp on my face, because she's constantly doing that to people. It's not like she hasn't had an opportunity to stop or learn from her mistakes. She continues going. So, took my mom in for cataract eye surgery stuff. She's all good, and more good news. I was told my new trichol brushes, I don't know how to pronounce that, have arrived in the mail. Nice, man. Ret could close the distance on Mage rather easily. Yeah. So, yeah, you are correct. They can. I don't like what I did there. Okay. Let's get back into this. This. That's what I want, I think. Get tea. Motivalian. Anytime, man. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. Judgment is range. Exorcism is. They took that out. There's not exorcism anymore. I think you might have even removed slow without freedom, but I might. They had. Yeah, they had removed. I think cleanse or something did that. You used to be able to cleanse yourself, but I don't. They don't have that anymore, except for um, Holy has it. Shit, gotta be careful. But yeah, but they do have some solid range. They're very dangerous. They're very bursty, but they need to know how to line. They have to know how to line, and they have to know how to manage um, their movement, right? Their movement. They have to know how to manage it. Otherwise, they're execute hammer throwing. Yeah, it's ranged, and they increased the range too a little bit on it. I think it's like 30 yards or something. Sure, like that. Ah. But for tear, that was good. I like that. That's good. If I paint a teardrop on him, he'll be he's a poetry writer. And steal freedom and wings though. You can't steal wings. You can steal freedom and Bob. You can't steal wings though. But they have something called spell warding. It's a PvP talent that you can take in place of Bop, and it essentially makes you immune to spells. Like, so you take that against casters, obviously. The thing is though, half the time they forget to take that and they just put Bop on, and I steal Bop, and then they can't. They still do some holy damage to me, but they don't do as much. They don't do the physical damage to me, so they kind of screw themselves over. They put forbearance on themselves, so for 30 seconds. Um, yeah, they nerfed it, but they reworked Paladin from what you know, and so they're solid. But you normally go Paladin and you normally go Hunter, just because the utility you get through Hunter's shell, you get through the Paladin's bubble, and I can spell steal the bops off. Spell warding is an issue, but you just survive. Um, um, no, they're in a solid state. What happened was they reworked them, and then they were gods for like a day or two, and then it was so bad they got immediately like ultra nerfed, but they were still solid. It was kind of funny because they were so bad beginning of last expansion. I mean, like, it was a joke. All you had to do was get the bubble out because we're so squishy. You got the bubble out and then you just kill them immediately after. There was no survivability, none. You're just like, you're dead instantly. My mom's impressed with old Moody and says he has way better skin than I do. Well, I'm painting a lot of myself into this portrait, as they say. The artists do that, right? Don't druids have some shenanigans now that lets you copy a spell? That is, I think, Death Knights. I think. But also, priests have something they can steal a spell and they can use it. But it's a specific one from each class. And from mage, it's sheep. So they take it away for 20 seconds. And then they sheep you with it. And I think the cooldown is, 2 minutes. I'm not sure. It's problematic. It doesn't happen much. Druids used to. Yeah, Coquette knows. She has a druid. It's long gone. Okay. Yeah. It is funny what they do in the game sometimes. Look, they're doing a good job with classes, I think. You know, they're never going to balance it, but they're fun and it's better than most games in my opinion. Nope. So this is, I just need to get warmed up. You know, when you first start painting, it's like you feel very awkward and you still need to hit that stride. That's how it is. That's how it feels right now. I don't want to overdo this. I tend to work it up too much and to get too tight because I would have left this. I liked how it looked and now I don't. My client wants that cheek to be coming out more, so what can I do? I would have left it. I thought it looked nice, gave it character. Now, it's, in my opinion, not going to look like him. So, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. And it's a bad photograph. It might not have been that sunken in, so he might have a point. But I did bring it up some already, so we'll see. Symbiosis, okay. That was it. Priests have that. What? They have, yeah, they can, it's, ask Gun Club about it. Hardick, what's up? Gupta. They like to cycle it up with the classes so peeps stay interested. Yeah. And they do. They do a good job of it. I think they do a great job of it. See, I'm fair. Kind of. Yeah, Gun Club was explaining it to me. It's a certain spell from, because it's happened to me. I'm like, I can't use sheep. What do I do? I'm lost. What do I do? I die. I don't always die. I'm pretty good. I'm decent. But it's very problematic when that thing is. So, and it's, like I said, it's from each class, it's a specific spell. It's always the same. got a picture of old Moody being there on your right shoulder like dancing little leprechaun. You have to picture him. I have to imagine him. I essentially have to imagine him because this picture is the one that you see right wherever it is, right here. Whatever. Not good, not good. It's news to me. Play disc and shit. Pretty sure they can do it. Crooked, you're not a rank 1 like I am. You don't know these things, okay? Plus, you're a woman. You have a smaller brain. We know that. We've discussed this. YouTube. Banned. He's a misogynist. Because he used to be able to do that, or maybe still can. Dark Simulacrum or something. Yeah, that was it. And I don't know if they still have that. That one I think was random, wasn't it? But if you think about what they've done, it is quite amazing that they have. I know the game's never going to be balanced, but for them to get it as close as they have and make it interesting gameplay is a major achievement given what they have done, which is make just an array of combinations, classes, all sorts of stuff. I mean, it's insane. I can't even imagine. All right, Hammy, I'll see you. Take care. So the next spell used the symbiosis was, yeah, you're right, it was. You are correct. Yep. You had to, so people oftentimes would steal bubble or something from a paladin. It was like a debuff they put on you, and the next spell you cast they could copy. Yeah, I remember. Because I actually played Death Knight some and used to do that, but not in arena. It was before I was a rank 1 like I am right now. Easily getting to rank 1. Like when Druids had that, there was only like 2 classes. That's why. Yeah. That was it. Gotcha. I ordered Quinacridome Red and Alizarin Crimson Permanent to kind of push the Hardik Gupta. What spell? Symbiosis, is it? Talking about Symbiosis for the Druid, the old one, Dark Simulacrum or whatever it is for the Death Knight. The ones where you can copy spells and such. It is in my dreams. 1200 in reality. I'm about 12. Anti-champion, what's up? This painting looks awfully similar to the guy Peter Mood. I wonder why. I don't like what I did there. I lost the form. Okay. Be the painting. That's all I had to do. That's all I had to say. Be the painting. And I have this. I'm bringing the chroma level down some. The color level, the color intensity down. No, I honestly hate saying all these words that's like artist words, like, oh, the chroma. I know you need technical names and such, but I just feel like at some point artists just made this stuff up to feel smart. Pisses me off. It's probably not the case at all. Could be. Thought Steel, I asked Gun Club. Well, there you go. Couldn't be any more straightforward. I'm really trying to work this edge, squint down. Life. You causing me trouble. Did I just say my light? Is that my light brush? No, that was a light brush. All right, let's just go in here and do that. Let's just do this. All right, I'm really working with this. Okay, bringing this up some. Okay, I'm just gonna make it up, which never goes well. Maybe instead of bringing that up, I should bring this down. No, don't want to do that. Light's better. I don't want to make this darker. Oh. Appear to the mind of the enemy, attempting to 20 seconds, and I can't cast anything for 20. Using the human noise of man, if you yeah. Wait. To steal the cooldown of Thought Steal is reset. Yeah, PvP talent sounds OP for the black. It depends on what you're giving up for it. All right, so I brought that cheek up some. Do I like it? No, I don't. I really hate it. But we're not done with this. Hardik, you like the spell or the painting? I don't know. I won't be offended if you say the spell because that is a nice spell. Actually, I will be offended if you say spell because I hate that spell. Every time they use it on me, it screws me up until I come back and win and then teabag them mercilessly. Look how red that cheek is. Did I have to do that? No. Why did I do it? I don't know. I don't. But you know what? What I'm not going to do? Panic. Can't panic. Just can't panic, okay? Nobody panic. Now that's the priest. They can mass dispel them anyway. Mass dispel, and we went up against a freaking double priest the other, and double shadow, and we got our asses kicked. It was during the night where we were just getting our asses whooped. It was freaking horrible. All right, I need to mess with that drawing somehow. What's up, Gadolf Shitler? That's an awesome name. What's up, Gadolf Shitler? You're the, yeah, that's great. I like it. If that's just thinking mass, Gadolf. Like red cheeks. You like the red cheeks? It does need more color. Maybe I let it sit in for a second. I don't know. I just need to not overwork things because I tend to. Jonas, what's up? That the Void Zone. They're very strong right now. Gun Club destroys me. I don't know how to beat him. Not yet. I will figure it out, but I have trouble against Priest. So I've drawn in pencil most of my drawing life, and I think it's helping me with doing oil paintings, but it's been a little bit of transition for me. I posted pencil sketch recently. I'll check it out. I'm like 2 days or so behind in looking at the on my Discord. It's been busy the last couple of days. Drawing is the key to getting better at painting. Drawing the right way is the key to getting better at painting. Doing great, man. Jonas, what's your tune? I keep on forgetting. I don't like what I've done. It's an issue. I can steal his shields and renew. Can I? See, I don't know how to fight them. They do so much damage. You like it? I'm glad you like it, Andrew. It looks okay. It's just not what. It's not there yet. And I always go through this with my work. I always go through this stuff. All right, I'm just gonna redraw the structure a little bit. If this doesn't work, I'll do something. I don't know what I'll do. Bring the light up just a little bit here. Bring this over some. I know the drawings. My client wants this not as sunken in. So, and it could be, we have to keep in mind that I am going off of a painting, which is an artist's representation of what was there, but I question how good the painting actually is. So we'll see. I just need to cool this off some. Yeah, what tune, Jonas? You told me before, but I forgot. Um, Gadolf, I'm only 19 years old, okay? I'm 43. Old Moody painting will be in the Louvre one day. Yep. 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 Old Moody. Losing the form in the cheek, man. That's okay. You know, look. It takes time. Time. 19 sounds more believable. Thank you. Thank you. I know it does. I know. one of the funniest conversations that I had. Um, and I said, it takes time. So I had one man, it reminded me of a story. There's this one man who, one of my good friends, and he had this thing about blinds, that's what made you a man. And I remember one of my friends, he was moving into a place, and there were curtains in the room, and he's like, you can't have curtains. You're not a kid anymore. You need to go out there and get yourself some blinds, man. And he kept on saying that. It was the funniest thing because I had never thought, you're a real man. You don't have curtains. You get blinds. I don't know. All right. I can't believe that he kept on saying blinds. Go out there and get yourself some blinds, man. I don't know. Have y'all heard of that? No. I can't believe that name is allowed on YouTube. I think it's freaking great. I'm working on the new ones. I will post them soon. Oh. Yeah, we need to see more of your work. It's very good work. All right, so that's looking a little bit better. I kind of smoothed that area out, but he looks kind of like a baby now, a little bit. Reworking some of your first paintings. Real men don't have curtains. Yeah, that was the thing. It's like, you're not a kid anymore. Go out there and get yourself some blinds, man. He kept on saying it. You know, and the man was in his 70s, so, you know, if you're going to listen to you, say, okay, maybe there's something to this. I mean, maybe I need to go out there and replace my curtains with blinds. I don't know. That's what, you know. And this guy was like, he's not like, he wasn't weird. He's one of my good friends. And he's one of those guys, he's like a guy's guy. He's solid. So I'm like, maybe there's something to that. I don't know. My favorite tune is Linkin Park in the end. I like a lot of, I don't know, man, specific tunes. I love Cherub Rock, Smashing Pumpkins. I like Down in a Hole, Alice in Chains. Especially the live version, the MTV Unplugged. That was a very good version. About a Girl for Nirvana. I love Heart Shaped Box. And there's a lot of things I love. I love the Pixies. White Stripes are awesome. I just like grunge and rock and all that stuff. That's the music I like. Old school. I love Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin's awesome. So it's hard for me to pick one thing. I don't know if y'all are like that. It's like you have just a lot of stuff that you really like. Johnny Depp. Ooh, nice, Jonas. Nice. Gotcha. Okay. BH, what's up, man? Greens to all. His left cheek, so he looks better the way you paint it. Thank you. That left cheek and his right forehead never looks anatomically correct. Yeah, I like it's the whole thing's going like in the painting. It's actually going. It's crooked. It's like, and so I'm actually just trying to. I could have fixed that in Photoshop. I did square the paint. Like I fixed the perspective from the actual corners of the painting, but I noticed it was still the face was the wrong angle, which I'm like, what the hell? I don't understand what was going on. Like I need to see that in real life, and maybe I did something wrong in Photoshop, but my corrections didn't work, and so then I was doing that thing where I was kind of like just manually in Photoshop, like kind of moving it, trying to get it the right angle. I couldn't do it because I'm not good enough at that. So I said, I'll go in with my know-how with painting and work that as an exercise. There's enough information there, I think, for me to get that, so here we are. So thank you. But for Chair, I'm catching up on the music scene as a kid through my teens. I was just not too much of a happy person. I thought you had to be happy. I thought you had to be happy. Me or just like you in general, like people had to be happy. Wait, wait, let me reread that again. I'm catching up on the music scene. As a kid, though, I was just not too much of a happy person. And I thought you had to be happy. My all-the-time favorite artist is Cher, surprisingly. Those are good ones. Same here. I also like Nirvana too. How's drawing that sausage on Thursday? He never showed up. What happened was he contacted me at 4:30. I didn't see it until I ended the stream around 5:30. And he said, oh, he has to stay late for work or something. It pays the bills. So I was like, shit. Well, I mean, you can't just cancel it last. So you can cancel it the last second, and he did. And so I ended up modeling with my shorts on and critiquing everybody at the same time. I developed a system to do that. Got out of the studio, left here at 9 o'clock in the evening. Normally I'd be leaving at 8:15, then I had to put Dad down. It was rough. Pissed me off. Also like all kinds of genres of music too. Trance, techno. Your full review from classical through rock stuff. It's a noble endeavor. Very noble indeed. Noble! So I know it looks like I'm really trying to blend things. I'm really not. I'm trying to work the brushstroke to make it look attractive. And I'm painting slowly so that I can see what is changing when I put the stroke on. But I want each stroke to be individual. I do not want it to be overly blended. Like in here, it's overly blended, which means it lost a lot of the anatomy, the form. When you step back, it's not going to look right. It's going to look... So you want to be able to see the brushstroke up close and step back. Your eye should blend it, and it's going to make it look more solid. It's harder to do. And that's why you need big brains. Big. Sausage didn't show up. What's your favorite animal? I don't know if I have a favorite animal. That's a good question, though. If I was a kid, I'd say a dragon. Dragons are cool. They're real. Unreliable sausage. I think it has a mind of its own. But women are more reliable to show up. Dudes kind of don't give a shit if they screw it over. So I'm actually specifically stated now. I'm back on. I put an ad out this morning. I haven't gotten any bites, but I said I'm looking for female models. And I put a little bit more information about the class because I was always getting asked the same questions. And I don't know if this was smart because I need a model this week. I don't have one this week. But I said, call, not text. I figure if somebody is proactive enough to call, they're going to show up. Because texting, anybody can do it. They could be drunk, they can do it. But if I call and talk to somebody, they're proactive, and I can talk to them. It's quicker. So, haven't heard back, but I posted this morning in Craigslist. And women are probably more reliable, but I've had them cut out as well. You know, it really depends on the person. I've had reliable guys. Pumpkins were great. Smashing Pumpkins were great live back in the Melancholy tour. So fast, so accurate, great drummer. I think for some reason being sad and stuff helped my drawing. Not sure why. It could have given you the drive and an escape that you put yourself into. I remember I got good at drawing when I was in high school. I didn't like the crowd of people that I was around. They were real assholes. And I found solace in drawing. And that's how I became very good. See, I didn't fit in high school. I didn't like doing everything that everybody else did. I thought it was bullshit. And that was because I saw a lot of my friends who were very talented that I grew up with become people that were shadows of themselves, and they got on drugs and all sorts of stuff, and it just killed me. It killed me. It was horrible. I hate seeing that. So much talent. And they were so talented, and I just saw so many of them waste themselves. It was horrible. Overmodeled. Nudist camp. I found one of those in one time. Obama bin Laden. We have some good names in here now. We have Adolf Hitler and Obama bin Laden. Love Gilbert and Sullivan. Lewis, what part of the world do you live in? I'm in North Illinois, North Carolina. Yeah. QFA. Warrior Curry? Warrior Curry? Okay. itch. How do people come up with amazing names? Ask them. They're good names. I like them. Love stuff like that. I'd model for your class for 2K carry. Done. I could pay. Did not dump me. Wife is from North Carolina. Really? No way. What part? Let's work on that eye. Let's do this. What is this? I must have small, like, ears or something, because, like, these earbuds don't really fit in. They're too big. For 2.4? No, you already said 2K. You knew it was a nude model class, and you said 2K. Because you're getting nervous. You're thinking that I can actually pay that, which I can't. I can't. Not right. Not in this atmosphere. This atmosphere, dude, it's rough. It is hard. Ooh. It's honestly, it's like a mind game. It's a constant mind game. It reminds me of painting. It really does. I am telling you, there's similarities between, like, the despair you feel, the frustration, feeling like you're never going to be good enough. It's a different beast. It's a different beast. No, you can't. Let's just. Do you play Minecraft? I don't play Minecraft. My nephew does. I play Warcraft. I noticed doing some public random Dungeon Finder peeps are on their feet now. When I played, tanks were usually slow, but not now. They're jumping through the instance. Um, yeah, it's sped up quite a bit, hasn't it? They've changed the game a lot. They really have. The whole thing has changed. You don't like it anymore? You're talking about what don't you like? The portrait, which I could see, and if so, let me know what you don't like about it. Nope, 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 nope. It's difficult. Mhm. I like that. I don't like it. I mean, he has a point because sometimes you'll like. I mean, that's the thing with paint. Sometimes you make things worse, and then you go and you have to go and recorrect it. You know, it's just how it is. Appealing for a bunch of women, though. A bunch of sausage drawings, sausage. I guess that depends on who the audience is. It's good to know both, though, because you got to draw both men and women in painting, right? Yeah, some people do. In arena, the more sausage, the better usually, though. There's some really good women, though, too, who play. Shit, messed that up. What's that chick? Her name's like Nagura or something, blonde, and she plays at a very high rating. I watched her like once or something. I was like, she knows how to play. Excuse me. Tired, man. Messed it up. BH, do you consciously add color to avoid mixing Band-Aid color skin tones? Yes. Dang it! I just got oil paint all in my hair, I think. So what I do, like, at this point, when I have the drawing, I'm primarily focused on. It doesn't look like it. I'm focused on the large shape in the drawing. But in trying to get the large shape, you need to get the small edges after a while. Once the large shape gets in, and then it slow shifts. And that's what you see me doing. And so in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, make those shifts, but correct the light and dark so you're at value, and then with color. And so I'm doing all that at once right now while trying to put a brush stroke that's attractive. And the approach I'm taking right now, because my weakness, I don't have weaknesses, but I sometimes tend to overdo things. So I'll work something, but then I'll go through and just put a brush stroke across it to make the form step back and look. So it's a lot of repainting, but yes, I am constantly, so I try to hold my palette up to show you. Notice I'll get the how light or dark, so I'll go through between the values, and then I'll go in and tint it with some color. That's what I'm doing. So work all that stuff up at once. You don't want to, like, if you over blend it on here, it's going to grade out and you're going to lose the form. I mean, you can still work that way, but when you're beginning, that's not a way you want to go about it. Those usually don't play with you, though. Yeah. When I played women, they're more into PvE. Gotcha. Arena is often a toxic environment they avoid, I guess, or they play among themselves. I like how it's like the average Warcraft player, which I guess I am now, is like studies women. It's like, the woman creature prefers spending time in their own corner where there's no toxicity. You know, there's probably some truth to that. It's like, you know, the alien species. You removed his interestingly shaped cheek. I know, Anti-Champion, that my client made me do it. And now it looks generic, in my opinion. But I might go back into it, do something. But I agree 100%. I liked that it was well painted for where it was at, and now it just looks, it doesn't look good. I don't like it. So I'll have to keep on working that until I find something. I'm going to have to make it up. I don't like it when I'm put in a position where I have to make that up. I like doing work for my client. Obviously, I do, and he's good. The downside is he gets these hang-ups, and the hang-ups can potentially ruin the painting. And it backs me up like I can't even tell you. But if I can pull it off, then I've learned something. So ups and downs, man. You gotta take the bad with the good. I lived for a minute, and here we are in Sausage Land. Yeah. Yeah. The female species doesn't reach out to the average male plebeian. This is just, it's not good. It's okay. We'll get there. We'll fix it. It's just how it is. What? A mole gunshot wound? What are you talking about? I'm talking about this piece right here, right? That thing. That sunken in part of the face. As they say, this is a sausage world. This chick on a Gears stream said she doesn't even play with her husband because he sucks. It represents the duality of man and his two-faced nature. What's up, man? No, that's not what I want. I love that gay Dolph Schindler. He comes in here and then he's like, I don't like this anymore. He just leaves. I really like that guy. That's wild. Sucky people are allowed to play too. Yeah, I know, right? They have no worth. What a bunch of losers. They don't know how to play Warcraft. That's all we do is talking about Warcraft. This is the dumbest thing, man. Should probably just stick to painting. Ah, it's a nice escape. Flesh. It's not looking good. Woo! My husband plays Halo with me, and I fall down holes way more often than the average, I am sure. That's a hard game. I could never get used to like. That's when they kind of switched up the controls. from what I was used to, at least, with like the controllers. Um, this is back in early 2000s. I could not play that game. Yeah, she should be glad he has the same hobby, just too elitist about it. The female species is such an enigma. Yeah. All right, let's go back to that cheek. I don't like it. It might be okay. I don't like a lot of that area in there. Looks puffy. Puffy. Don't like it. It's not good. We don't want the puff. Hmm. All right, so we get the value, colors, right? How light or dark, we're just mixing between here. It's park range, right? I want it a little bit more cool and pearly. Just a little bit. So then I tint it with what I think it needs. I'm going to lighten it up some. And then we just go on very lightly and test it. That's it. That's the drawing. It's the process. It's the fade up. Sign language to fade is apparently this. Is that Worgen walk speed faster than regular? I don't know. I don't play one. Be careful not to startle the female in its natural habitat or it might attack. That will happen anyway. Trust me, I know. Women can have a bad dream about you, and then they wake up, and then it's your fault. They'll punish you for the dream that they had. So if you were mean to them in a dream, you'll have to make up for it in real life. Coquette, tell me if that's true. Have you done that? And be honest to your husband. Fade. Nope. Nope. Wait. This one. Okay, I'll tell you. Somewhere on the leaderboard, World Worgen, they have this animal stance walk. I was wondering if it was. I have no idea. Coquette, I asked if you've ever had a dream that your husband was mean to you in the dream, and then you wake up and you're angry at him because you had a dream of him being mean to you. Has that ever happened? I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't happen with you, but it could, right? No, you haven't? Okay. 'Cause I've had that happen to me before. That's why I was wondering. I have super major, big important girl dreams. I'll have you know the biggest brain dreams ever. Ever. That doesn't surprise me. Coquette's actually, I've known Coquette for a long time. I believe her with that one. Mm. Courage Dreams of the Black Florence Academy model. Oh man, that guy. Never forget. So stupid the stuff that we've been through there. It's pretty funny to be honest. Ah. Can't get them out of your head. But that dude has a blast every day. He's just pumped walking up to throw a blue and get to class. What's throw a blue mean? Is that like pop a pill or something? Shoot. Viagra, that's what I thought. Yeah. Yeah. Are they blue? Is that what they are? Uh, I don't know. Pretending like you don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Everything works just fine. Pretending like you don't know. Dumbass. Bullshit. Painting's not hard enough, and I have to put up with your shenanigans. 1800 Pump Lord, and oh, you don't know? I'll. You don't think I'm going to hit 1800? Because I don't either, but do you not think so? I, I might get it. They haven't announced the end of the season, and normally when they announce it, that's when players start going, and you raise at least 100 points. And we're already hanging around 1715. I mean, 50, 1750-ish. 1750, that's what we average. We're 50 away. We got to 1785. Almost hit 18. It's just so hard. It's not fair. People are better than me. Probably popping pills. They're probably swinging the blue. Every non-WoW player must think, what's up with these stupid numbers? I know. They're probably thinking much more than that too. A lot of rating in the game now. You should get it. There's not. Go to Drustvar right now. Drustvar. And check how many people have done twos in the last hour. Go. Or check the ladders. Check the twos ladders right now. Go. BH, LG, could you point out the top of Goody's head? Can you not see it? The top of his head? Right now, I have it here, but it should be here. Right? Threes has 3,200 rank 1 rating, should be enough. I'm not talking about threes, I'm talking about twos. Go to twos. Go see what's there. I think they're at 25 now. Go to twos. I'll bring it up some. It's like up here. What's that? That should be there. It's hard to see. It's about there. Oh, we soften. Soften. It's all good, man. Mm. 2586 tops, but that's still pretty, still plenty to hit 18. Come help me. We'll hit 18. Let's just let him DPS. He's a damn good player, I think. He played very good last night. Every once in a while, he just pulls off these amazing plays. You have to supercharge him. You have to keep him motivated. No, he's a perfect arena partner. Because he and I, like, we never, like, attack each other. That's the key. You can't, because, you know, I've told you this. I know what I do wrong. He knows what he does wrong. We're both trying. And he'll say, hey, try this, try that, or what, you know. But he's a solid player. Solid. Look. I'm sorry. We're beating multi-glads every time we play. Every time we're beating multi-glads. Every time. In 1750. We came across a 2K rated player at 1720. No. 1712. We came up against a literally he was 2K rated. It doesn't make sense. Well, it does, because they drop their rating. This guy was probably like a rank 1 or something. So like 1800's not what it used to be. I pump out Hodge with repentance chains during his feral berserk and easy peasy. Hodge repentance. Yeah, you could, but they're doing the same thing, and they're popping defensives and kicking at the same time, stunning and cycloning or doing whatever. So you're going up against solid players that know that's coming. You know. But if you're going to win, that's the way to do it. But I'm just saying, it's not like... What I should do is record some of the games you can see for yourself. It's literally insane. Could you measure from the tear duct to the top of the head and then to bottom of the chin, and generally comment on the duct being middle of skull in straight A to P view? Thank you. Sure. First off, that's going to the top of the skull, which is going to be below the hair. Okay? So, I don't know. I mean, do you want me to... I can measure if you want. I don't mind measuring. So where it should be is... Let me first look at it. So mine should be coming to about right there, if I'm correct. Okay? Here, tear duct. So chin to tear duct is right like this. Right? And then tear duct up to top. Boom! Should be about the skull, which would be about right there, but it's probably going to be going up some. Let me check this. Let me double check this, because sometimes this isn't always like so accurate. Right there. That's it. Got that to here. So yeah. So that's where I have like the top of the skull right there is going, and then the hair is coming up. Does that help? Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to go, you know, but also, those are classical proportions, and I think from my experience, it's not always the same. It's you know it's going to be different in a lot of cases. Sometimes people have, you know, sometimes it's different. I think I might be wrong about that, but it's just like faces aren't symmetrical, right? They're not always symmetrical, and like if you look at like if you take classical proportions, I've seen models, and sometimes they have very long torsos and short legs. Other times, the midpoint's like literally right here. It's perfectly in between. They have like their legs are the same as their torso up to their head, which that's always nice. That's classical, right? So there's always that variation. Let me see. I'll actually do the same thing here and measure with the plumb line on this. And I'm getting the exact same thing. On that one, it's about right there, which is close to what mine is. But the chin, I might be shifting up and down just a little bit. I'm not quite sure. And this might be shifting up and down some too. So all this stuff is going to be adjusted. That's why BH, like those, that knowledge is extremely important to know and apply it. But you always want to be looking at the whole thing all at once and understanding it structurally all at once. Even you're seeing me do these small details, but I told you when I'm painting, I'm correcting the shapes. It's just the large shapes. So I'm looking at the large shapes, but correcting them on a smaller scale. That's what happens when you get more accurate. Now, sometimes you'll have to make big shifts. You have to learn how to do that, even at this stage, right? That happens. And you can do it. If I needed, I wouldn't want to. If I needed to, I could shift the head over some. That would be a tremendous amount of work for me, but I could do it. Right? Feral Berserk lasts 40 seconds. I don't know, but they're really strong right now. They do crazy bursts. I don't know, man. They're very difficult. Oh. So what time is it? I have to start cleaning up. Let me pull the. I'm gonna pull the portrait out some since y'all have been staring at this. I'm gonna pull this out some, and I'll just leave this on. I'll put it over here. No, that's not smart. Let me just get a different lens. Give me a second. Because I need to clean. I have to get going. Actually, a little bit late. What is the sound? Okay. All right, so obviously the camera's up here. It's going to be at an angle, but you should be able to see this quite nicely. This should be a good angle, actually. Let me zoom in, adjust. I think that's good. Okay, here we go. This is what we got so far, man. There you go. It's looking all right. It's okay. It's coming. Could always be doing better. I'm getting some quinacridone to try to push the colors a little bit in the shadows, which should help. I don't want to overdo that, though. This is actually looking like a very good painting. I'm just trying to push it. Let's see, here's the thing. I could stop it right now, and except no, I couldn't. I need to fix this stuff, the peripherals. This is looking okay, but I want to paint it better. This I need to fix up this. So it's close. I don't want to overwork it. Oftentimes I get it to a stage and then I make it worse. Forehead always looks too large to me on the original. Yeah. And one thing with my streams you just have to keep in mind again is that the camera is up here, the face is down here. Okay? So the camera's up and over, and so you're gonna have that reflection, right? Or not reflection, you're gonna have a warp. It's probably gonna appear larger up top. You know, angles are gonna be a little bit off. But I do that to minimize the glare and the reflection for you. You know. Should take advantage of Zerx is a good feral. Yeah, I know. Yeah. But he enjoys playing like what he does. Because what he does, he's not going full caster as a resto. He's kind of going a feral hybrid. And so he can dish out damage, and so he goes in and he'll get double stuns off on everybody because he can generate combo points. So when we're opening, we're starting at an advantage with double stuns because he's in stealth. And so he's playing a very offensive build right now, which he enjoys doing, and we complement each other because clone and sheep, right? He can rake stun into a cyclone, and then I just sheep from there. And it's just, you know, or ideally he's following my sheeps with the cyclone, but it's hard for him to get him off sometimes, especially if he's getting trained, which oftentimes he does. It's the defensives. He needs to know how to line, and he does. It's just it's hard right now for the druid. The rest of it. But my point being is he's still playing that like kind of hybrid attack. Because we actually we hit. Yeah, he did QFX. He looked. And that's why I did the thing with the cheek on Saturday. He looked and you know. He said the cheek needs to change. You could also do Moonkin Arcane, but that root silence with your C chain is so damn good. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, we're playing a very viable comp. Both of us need to get better. But so again, we're fighting gladiators every single, like almost every game. And like duelists, and like we're talking about multiple times, and recently too. So I mean, we're playing above our ranking right now already. Is my point. But SkillCap was saying that MMR is a real problem right now, and it's deflated several hundred points. That's what they've said. And because they're saying like Blizzard needs to fix it. And Vinruku was saying the same thing. So I mean, like, I need to keep that into perspective with this stuff, because I could be switching up comps, but it's going to take a while to learn it. And I don't think it's the comp as much as it is we just need to get better. Double DPS is always on the feet. Always on the feet. They're not sure you want to do that 1 hour before bed. Well, I don't think I can. The problem that I have, especially like at night, is I'm like mentally tired. And when I get mentally tired, I slow down and I make more mistakes, and it's frustrating for me. So I'm not like clear-headed, and you know what I'm talking about with that. It's just like, and secondly, with what we're up against right now, I can't. They would just come after me, and I would just be dead. I mean, the amount of damage is just insane that's being dished out right now. Like, if you're going to do that, you need to go a class that's more self-sustaining, in my opinion. And maybe that's arcane, but he's 3K. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what he's at right now. You say he's at 24? In what? Is that he's higher than that in solo shuffle, I'm sure. I mean, because he's like one of the top players right now in the game, isn't he? Exactly, Shikari. Painting and drawing. And so here's the thing. This is going to sound absolutely insane. But like if you play guitar, I think that kind of helps your painting. In painting, like my painting has helped these games we're talking about with QFX. And playing those games helps my painting. I am not kidding, because it keeps your mind in shape. It really does. Like the stuff you have to know, and like just it requires a degree of focus that is unnatural. And so drawing and painting is extremely intellectual if you're doing it correctly. Right? You really get yourself into it and stuff. Absolutely right. Joachim Eriksson actually told me that in my school. He says it's a very intellectual process. It can be very mentally draining. And that's why I like that stuff, because I think things like this, like painting, this is my favorite thing in the world. And I like things that give you mental workouts and you feel fresh afterwards with it, right? Painting, I feel fresh. Arena, I don't always feel fresh. Sometimes I feel frustrated afterwards. Sometimes I feel pretty good afterwards. I don't know, but it's still a good workout. I love reading. Anything like that. So you go to sleep physically. I don't have, like, I'm exhausted physically. Mentally, you're exhausted. You sleep great. You know? You should at least try Arcane and BGs. Oh, I have. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Heard someone say this. They think they are better driver because of painting. I can see that. I can totally see this. Not notice the peasants. Shakur, you're correct. I mean, look, these are healthy practices. They're good for you. It's good for you. It's good to be able to use your head. You have to relax. You have to know how to relax. You know, but this stuff is painting is very good for you, I think. And that's why I like encouraging y'all. I want y'all to be able to do this right here. This is what I want y'all to be able to do better than this. I do want y'all doing better than this. I want everybody to be able to paint who wants to paint. I think it's extremely healthy practice, and it's extremely satisfying, and I think it's something that's good for society as a whole. It's good for other people to see that this type of work can be done, to honor people in this position, right? If you want a portrait done, it's a good thing. So there's multiple benefits to it, but yes, you are correct. It's very draining, and it does make you better at a lot of things you would never expect. And for me, it's taught me a lot of life lessons, namely to stick with things, not get discouraged, and if you do, how to fight through discouragement. Like it's like a domino effect of things that are related that you never thought about before. But it's hard. It's like you always feel like you're not good enough. You're always reaching. You're not tall enough. It's tough, man. But you got to stay honest with yourself and keep doing it. This is hard. And I have a hard time with this. I do. You know, I might not say it, but this is hard. I come in here and it looks to me it looks much lighter because it's sunken in. So I had to oil out the part where I thought I was going to be working on so it would not yellow that much. That's why I did it. How fire I think is okay, but it's not as good. Isn't fire Boomy good dot pressure? I don't know. Fire, I don't know. Boomy is. And to be honest with you, Frost Mage is pretty solid because they just pump damage, especially when we're bursting. But anyway, guys, look, I got to run right now. I have to go. I'm actually running late, but y'all are awesome, and I'll be on again this week. We'll be streaming this, or the other portrait, which is down there. Got two of them, but I have to get this thing going. But it's looking all right. We did good. Y'all take care, all right?